Hello, my name is Walter Freeman, and this is my interview paper. It seems like I'm speeding. I've done this a couple times and exceeded the 10-minute mark, so I'm going to get right into it. In this paper, I will be interviewing my mother. She is a professor at Ouachita Baptist University. She teaches nutrition and dietetics. She also works as a consulting dietitian in Arkadelphia at the Human Development Center. She has a master's degree in dietetics. She has been very influential in my life and always has been there for me no matter what. So I am excited to be able to interview her and even learn something new about her that I did not know before. Hopefully, I can use some of the knowledge that I've gained in this class to teach her a few things about the sociology of aging and how a lot of the things we grow up believing about aging are learned, not inherited through biology. I informed my mother about the purpose of this interview, and she gave me permission to use her information for this paper. She also consented to being identified in this paper. The themes are teaching my mom what we know about aging is learned through society and not biology. Two, aging is perfectly normal, and having to take medication or not being able to do the things you used to do is normal. Aging is not a health problem. My mom is 65 years old on her last birthday. She is a white female. My mother is a widow. She was married to my dad for 32 years before he was killed in a car accident. She has two children. My sister Olivia, who is 30 years old, and me, I'm 26 years old. She has two grandchildren, Ava, who is 12 years old, and my child, Maisie, who is 14 weeks old. My mother was born in DeWitt, Arkansas. She lived there until she graduated from high school. She moved to Arkadelphia to attend Ouachita Baptist University. She lived in several other places while in graduate school, and early in her career, she has spent most of her life in Arkadelphia. My mother describes her childhood and family as idealistic. Her childhood was fun and playful. She grew up in a happy family. She says that things were not perfect, but she looks back and thinks of her childhood with incredibly positive and sweet memories. She went to school in DeWitt. She describes her school years as fun, uneventful, and good years of her life. DeWitt is a small town, and she made lifelong friends while attending school there. Like I mentioned before, she attended Ouachita Baptist University for college. She has very fond memories of her years at Ouachita. Once again, she made lifelong friendships too. She met my dad at Ouachita overall. She says that her childhood and early adulthood were incredibly positive. Although she does not remember specifics or being particularly worried about these events, she mentions several historical events she remembers her parents and grandparents talking about. Some of these include the civil rights movement. She doesn't remember these specifically, but she remembers when being in uh, she does not remember specifically when schools were segregated in DeWitt. She remembers there being a black school in her town, although most of her years in school were not segregated. She also remembers the assassination of John Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr. Because she remembers these events happening in her lifetime, she has visited the JFK Museum in Dallas as well as the National Rights Museum. Another significant thing that happened in her life is the 2020 COVID pandemic. She remembers this being a very scary time. She tried to protect her children, grandchildren, and aging parents. My mom is currently working. She is starting her 29th year at Ouachita and the Arkadelphia Human Development Center. My mom describes her health as stable, although she has seen some decline in the past few years. She has no major health problems with which she has had to be hospitalized. She reports that she takes several medications such as blood pressure that to maintain her blood pressure. After my dad passed away, she was prescribed medications for depression, anxiety, and sleep. She continues with some of these medications. She reports that she has excellent health insurance and that her medications are not a financial burden on her. She does not require any help with her daily activities. She manages living alone. The only thing she requires assistance with is like lifting heavy things, mechanical things, and tending to things that are too tall for her to manage. She sees her PCP regularly. She also sees any specialist that she gets referred to. She reports that her health care costs are manageable unless she is prescribed medication that does not have a generic version. She mentioned that copays for medical tests are usually manageable. She has health insurance through her employer. She is not overly concerned about her health, but does know that things can decline at her age. A few things she mentioned include making sure she maintains muscle strength so she'll be able to live independently. She thinks that not having muscle mass could lead to falls. She also mentioned osteoporosis. She had a complete hysterectomy earlier in her life, which is why she worries about osteoporosis. She has somewhat proact. She has been somewhat proactive about taking hormones, replacing therapy, and trying to be active. She does say that she could improve in the area of physical activity. My mom interacts regularly with her elderly father, her children, grandchildren, and her sister and nieces. Although she is remarkably close with her sister, she reports that she has been closest to her best friend for over 45 years. She reports that her relationship with her father has uh, changed significantly over the past few years. My grandmother, who died 2 years ago, and my grandfather has declined significantly since her death. My mom sees her relationship with her dad as more of a caretaker. She spends as much time as possible with him and assists with his care. She reports that this is time spent well. My dad and her mother died unexpectedly, so she knows the reality of sudden loss. She says that she cherishes the time she spent with her dad, uh, spends with her dad. She also reports that her relationship with her children has changed significantly over the past few years. She loves the stage of life because her kids are more independent and she can communicate with them as equals rather than in a parental role. She says that being a single parent after my dad died has been one of the hardest parts of her life. My mom reports that she receives her support mostly emotionally from her dad, sister, and her children. She lives 30 miles from my sister and about 2 hours from other close family members. She strongly believes, because she has experienced it, that all her closest family members would come quickly if she had an emergency. She provides a great deal of support to my grandfather. She continues to support her children and grandchildren in any way that she can. She does not she does say that she has mixed feelings about her children's independence. She is incredibly happy that they are independent, but remembers fondly them just as babies and young children. She says it is bittersweet. She is available to all her family members in case of emergency. She feels good about the level of contact with her family. She thinks that there is a good balance in this area. My mom has three close friends, with one being a best friend of 45 years. She sees her friends at least monthly, and talks to them weekly. Two of her friends she talks to daily. She has seen changes in these relationships in the past 8 years. She says that her loyal friends were really revealed when my dad died 8 years ago. This event changed everything about my mom's life, and she says that she could not have made it without this far without her faith in God, her family, and her friends. My mom currently works full time, but does not plan to retire for a year or two. Once retired, she plans to spend time with her family, and she hopes to travel some. Although she has lived many years in the Arkadelphia area, she is not sure she will stay in this area. My mom has worked as a registered dietitian her entire career. She has worked as a clinical dietitian, community dietitian, and consulting dietitian. She really does not think her gender has helped or hindered her in her career. She reports that more men are working in the field of dietetics, particularly in the areas of sports nutrition and physical fitness. My mom reports that her job has many benefits. She is provided with a discounted health, dental, vision, and life insurance. Being in education, she enjoys many breaks such as summer, Christmas break, and spring break. My mom regularly reviews her savings, feels that she has enough saved for retirement. She says that this is a bit of a concern because the economy is so crazy her right now. Her only financial concern is paying off her home before retirement. She has set that as a goal to achieve. Her advice to me is to start saving early and do not look back. She said that she had she said to put more into retirement, uh, plan in my retirement plan from day one. Sorry, it felt like I was rushing. I'm at 10 minutes and that's it, but hopefully y'all got most of that. Yeah, I'm sorry.